Hello guys and welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. Now there's not a lot of boxing on this weekend, but we've been promised multiple announcements and the first one is in. Zach Parker will be taking on John Ryder for the WBO interim super middleweight title. This fight's been talked about for a little bit now, hasn't it? Ever since Demetrius Andrade pulled out of the Zach Parker fight. Obviously it was supposed to happen back in May at Pride Park, didn't happen, was reordered, the purse bid was astonishingly low at sort of £300,000 or dollars. It wasn't going to happen, was it? He's turned his attentions, but fair play for getting this fight over the line. It's a good fight. I think it's a good step up for Parker. And let's be fair, after John Ryder got that win, some believed he didn't beat him. Personally, I had him by a round. The win over Danny Jacobs back in February. It's good to see him back active as well. Fight details. It's the 26th of November at the O2 Arena in London. Now, that's surprising, or not so surprising, because let's not forget, John Ryder is a Matchroom Eddie Hearn fighter. And we've talked quite a lot recently about how Matchroom have lost a few of their headline acts, mid-card acts to the various other emerging promotional companies, whether it be Boxer, Frank Warren and all the usual suspects. But they are letting John Ryder go and headline a Queensbury show. And that's good. I've been a critic of it in the past because I think the DAZN schedule for the UK hasn't been good enough. But on this instance, it's good news because Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom and Queensbury, they're working together to bring us fights. Now, obviously, we all know about the Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury saga that's been sort of taking place the last month. But this fight being made, hopefully, it's the first of many, isn't it? Because there's a lot of fights. If you went, there's Buatsi, Anthony Yard, I'd like to see that made down the line. Even Yard, Callum Smith is a fight I'd like to see. We can go up and down the weight classes, and there's fights that, across stables we'd like to see. So it's good to see this finally get the nod and happen. And I suppose, as Frank Warren would say, with his shoulders going, he's delivering for Zach Parker, he's delivering for his fighter. And I'm sure Matchroom and their mugs, John Ryder will be happy with the deal, as will they. So I hope this opens the floodgates to more fights. This year's been frustrating, so I hope it starts to put a full stop after it, and we can start just getting the best fight in the best and the most attractive fights that us as fans want to see. It's also interesting because that date, the 26th of November, has sort of long been talked about for Dillian Whyte fighting, obviously at Wembley Arena. Latest rumours are that that's supposedly against Jermaine Franklin. I don't mind that fight. I think he's ranked 13 with the WBO, I believe. But Dillian Whyte was always going to need a comeback fight. And I think Jermaine Franklin's a good opponent. He's known, he's American, he's a bit brash. So it should make for an entertaining fight build. And he's in the country now, and they reckon a deal's close with his promoter, Dimitri Salita. But that'll be headlining DAZN. So it is potentially strange that unless they're going to move the date, unless they're going to try and go December the 3rd, but then you've got a potential clash with Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora, Manuel Char, your local Uber driver, who knows? But if it goes ahead the 26th, it's great to see this deal done, but it does also ask the question, isn't it? Because you're going to be having a show on DAZN and a DAZN on BT. I'll be honest, as much as I'm a fan of Zach Parker and John Ryder, I would be watching the Dillian Whyte fight and the card. But I suppose to a lot more people in a wider audience, it will depend on the undercard announcements. And those are the announcements that we're expecting this week. We've got a Josh Warrington undercard to be announced. Hopefully there's some big fights there. They are being discussed, but hopefully we'll bring you more on that as the week goes on. But that's today's news, guys. Zach Parker, John Ryder, WBO interim title. And let's be fair, massive carrot for the winner. Who knows what's going to happen with Canelo? So this could end up either getting you a Canelo title shot, or even you could end up getting elevated to full world champion. So lots on the table for both. We'll see how it unfolds. Guys, stay tuned. We're doing our best to bring you as much content as we possibly can this week. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.